idea.
I'm pretty anti-LED wall. Here's why. Actually getting the LED panels is supremely expensive. It's probably like $100,000 to $150,000. Don't get me wrong, it's a marvelous piece of technology, but if anybody thinks that it's going to save time, we'd have to hire like 5 people exclusively to run the thing. Not to mention, I guess, all the storage you would need. We need cooling. We need to upgrade our air conditioning system for this thing. Of course, don't let me forget all the 3090s that you're going to need to drive this thing. Have you tried buying a 3090 anytime recently? You can't. What else? What else? Oh yeah. Remember that one time Wes shot an airsoft gun? Now imagine a TV 10 times bigger and 100 times more expensive. A single errant Nerf dart bonking into that one pixel and costing us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kind of makes me sad when I think about how costly it would actually be.
Me too.
Oh, hey, Daniel.
How about them taxes? Hey, what's happening, Daniel?
I did it.
What? You did what?
Come see.
Should I close my eyes and walk down the...
No, don't do that, Ren. You're gonna break another bone.
Okay, this is, okay, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, also, have you guys ever tried standing on one leg with your eyes closed?
It's incredibly difficult because your brain actually uses like your surroundings to help balance yourself. So if you close your eyes, suddenly you don't have that balancing ability anymore. So it's very hard to stand on one foot.
I've never tried that because I don't enjoy falling.
Okay. Oh, I'm at the end. Oh, I'm on the ground. Okay, cool.
Go ahead and turn around.
Oh!
Ooh. Oh.
What in the space
I think I
tarnation?
know what this is.
You have made a poor man's volume.
I call it the Janky volume.
The Janky volume.
This looks like a volume right here. How do you get it to reflect on all the surfaces?
Daniel's brother basically made a scene here in a camera animation and rendered it out from 4 different viewpoints.
Cool,
And those
cool.
4 different views are being looped on each of these monitors separately.
Sweet.
And just timed up to start playing at the same time.
So like the super manual version of what they do with Unreal.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
the janky version, if you will.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Fudge.
What happens if I put my face in there?
Get your face in that space. It doesn't work quite as well. Well, Gundam Man, how do you feel about being in the volume?
You know, I wasn't really expecting me to be here today. I was out fighting bad guys for my planet, but if I need to be here for Daniel, then you know what the hell.
Daniel knows best, and if Daniel calls, you answer.
Can I leave now?
No, you actually have to stay here.
Okay,
so.
well, my planet might get taken over.
Cool, well, you can't move, so
Okay.
that's up to Daniel, to be
All right,
honest.
well, I now have no planet.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, Daniel's still working.
At the end of the day, Daniel is still working.
All right.
You guys want to try a different toy? Oh, hey, Spencer.
Oh, hey!
Ooh, look at that. Is that a black light?
Yep. The neon that they're using for that is very UV reactive. So if you just shine light on it, they really light up while nothing else around it really does.
That's a legitimate practical effect, I'd say.
What would make this better would be if you had HDR monitors.
Yes. Just looking at these, you can see the blacks are way more gray than black. You want high nit.
The more dynamic lighting you have, the more contrast within the scene. Dark areas, bright areas, colorful areas, muted areas, all together is when you're gonna have a good result. See, the problem is that you have to have them at a really high resolution. There's a threshold you have to get across, otherwise you get moire.
So there's a little more if you perfectly hit the focal plane of the TV, but normally, I mean, you're gonna be focused on your actor. I guess the resolution of the screens doesn't have to be that perfect.
I feed all my kids with my rap money. Pop star, pop star, pop star, pop star. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The final form of something like this would be a motion control rig hooked up not to the camera, but to the model.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's very interesting. This is all still so early days because it's so incredibly proprietary. There's very, very little information we know about the volume stuff. Just the cherry-picked information bits that are thrown into little like featurette docs and combed over by lawyers and released by Disney. And everyone who works on that stuff is so heavily NDA, they can't talk about it. I've tried talking with those people. I mean, but the theory is easy, and that's why it's so exciting.
With that in mind, would you say that the only way to really start to understand this technology is to experiment with it, even on a small level like this?
This is really interesting. I think this is a really cool idea.
You did a really good job proving that this concept works on a more miniature scale. I really want to see what you can do when you have something with a little higher nit, or all OLED, or maybe some curved monitors or something. I think you could do some really cool stuff with this.
You just opened with the reason I built this. Are you telling me you built a volume? Yeah, you can see the light moving across the Gundam. That looks great. There's a lot of like people that'll pivot lights, but this isn't the same. This is not the same as taking a light and running down the studio with it, which is the effect you get with lights moving across the screen here. You even got like the translucent shield. Anytime you're using semi-transparent things like smoke, that's like a no-no for green screen. And so if you do it here, suddenly you flex on everybody, like, this isn't a green screen. Everybody's like, wait, how is he doing this? This looks incredible. Well, Daniel, you have impressed me. You know, the fact that you thought about the limitations and thought of a unique way to work around them. This is cool filmmaking. This is like what got me excited about things like Star Wars. I think anytime you're working with limitations and you come up with clever solutions, you create a little bit of magic. And I think there's a little bit of magic that you made right here. Nice job. This is super cool.
Oh no!